One thing before we talk to this EMT in South Carolina that we have to mention is power outages. Right now, more than 102,000 homes and businesses are without power. Now, on the line right now from South Carolina is Eric Peterson, who is an EMT. Eric, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, so really quickly, we do want to ask, how are you guys doing? Are you guys okay?
Oh, we're okay down here in Charleston.
Okay, perfect. So to get into this conversation of the power outages, how difficult does that make your job?
It makes it very difficult because it actually knocks down our radio systems, so it makes it twice as hard to actually get dispatched to emergency calls and communicate with the other kinds of crews that we need on our emergency scenes.
And are you guys prepared for that? You have, I'm assuming, Plan B and Plan C, and you know what I mean, so many plans to get this into fruition.
Right. We have generators in place at our stations for our base radios, and we also have a different backup radio system in place as well.
And now moving on and talking about this flooding. So you guys are in South Carolina, but you know, what are work conditions like when you see waters raise this high?
We have to be very careful about scene safety, so we have to make sure we're wearing flotation devices, and we have to think about where the water's moving and what's the safest way to move a patient through this water if we have to.
Okay, so right now our viewers can see on the screen a live picture from North Carolina, but if you could, in your best words and in your own perspective, give us an idea of how it is in South Carolina, what would you say?
Right now it's actually very calm. The wind is starting to pick up now, and we suspect the rain's going to hit pretty closely after that. But right now we're enjoying the calm before it actually hits.
Absolutely. And so we've known that people have decided to stay and decided to ride out the storm. You've obviously have to help those that are staying. But did you, before even all of this happened, did you have any thought of evacuating?
I did. This is actually my first hurricane. I just moved down here from a different state. So I didn't know what to expect. So my first thought was to evacuate, but then I was like, I need to do my job. So it felt good to stay.
And so if you have an idea of how many people you are going to see by the end of this hurricane, do you have an idea of just how many of those residents decided to stay in South Carolina?
I don't know the number of residents, but we'll probably see, we're already seeing a big increase in call volume now. So we're probably going to see maybe twice the amount of calls we normally do.
And you were on a call actually this morning. Did that call have anything to do with the hurricane or any effect of the hurricane?
It did not, no.
Okay.
It was just a medical call.
Okay. All right, Eric. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Best of luck. Stay safe. And we'll continue to check in. Of course, throughout the rest of the show, our John Hansen is staying on top of the storm